Hey, welcome to News You Can Use. It's your boy BG, and listen to this. After spending more than $600 million on this election, Canadians have decided they want more of the same. We'll get into it, but first I need you to subscribe to this channel, tap that notification bell, and make sure to follow us across all of our social media. So, Justin Trudeau has been re-elected as Prime Minister, just in case you didn't know, and his Liberal government is heading back to Ottawa as a minority. Literally, what we witnessed in 2019 in terms of those election results is what is playing out this year. Don't believe me? Take a look at these numbers. Up for grabs are 338 ridings across the country. Currently, the Liberals are either elected or leading in 158 of those ridings. The Conservatives, 119. The Bloc Québécois, 34. The NDP, 25. The Green Party, 2. And the PPC, 0. Now, in 2019, listen to these results. The Liberals won 157 of those ridings. The Conservatives, 121. The Bloc Québécois, 32. NDP, 24. The Green Party captured 3 of those, and there was 1 independent. The PPC in 2019 had 0 seats. So, how do Canadians feel about this election result? Let's go find out. What do you think about the results?
I'm thrilled. Yeah, I'm a Liberal, and Trudeau hasn't done everything right, but to judge him based on what he's done in the last few years is a little bit difficult because we've been dealing with COVID, and I think he's done an excellent job of procurement of vaccines, and I think we're ahead of many countries, and we should be happy for that, so I'm glad he's there.
Are you happy that Trudeau
No,
won?
I'm not actually.
Okay.
I didn't want Trudeau to win. I'm conservative,
Yeah.
so I want to vote for the Conservatives.
Yeah.
And I was hoping they would win and Trudeau would finally lose.
Yeah.
So he's a great guy, but just some of the things and the policies he has, I don't believe in the same thing. So we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully he can make a difference this year and really help us out, not just talk the talk or walk the walk.
I don't know why we had to spend $600 million for 2 extra seats, 3 extra seats.
Do you think the $600 million spent on this election was worth it?
Well, you know, I can't focus on that. Of course, probably not, but I also don't think I don't think we'll have another election in 2 years like they're talking, so that money would have been spent at some point during his term.
And you know what? Voting was difficult, you know. We had to put not just workers, but the whole process. I mean, we needed 2 more years to not solve the pandemic, but try to manage it. And then we could have voted and figured it all out. The election is over, but the pandemic isn't, so I will put my mask on and go to the bank.
By the way, I love the fact that your mask is matching your shirt. You a little bit of a style queen over here.
I do not believe in wearing black, so.
What about him don't you like?
What about Justin Trudeau that I don't like?
Yeah, like, I mean, because
false promises, you know what I'm saying? His false promises. He says he's going to do one thing, he's going to do another. So I remember one time when I was in college, they said that there were going to be free tuition. All of a sudden, that never ever came. So all of those type of false promises that they do. My party wasn't going to win anyways. They didn't want them to win. You know what I'm saying? It's PPC.
They didn't get 0 seats.
They got nothing. So, bro, listen, man. Liberals got this. All the old Jamaican families are gonna vote for the Liberals. You already know how this goes, bro. Come on now, man. Our parents are voting for Liberals. You know this.
Not all.
Oh, you think? Oh, you're Jamaican, right?
I am.
They're voting for Liberals for sure. Those people run this country. We can't do nothing. All we do is live in it.
But you can vote though.
We can vote. Yeah, that's true.
And it was a pretty. I mean, you could have potentially had an impact.
Not with PPC. No, yesterday with that 7%, that was not going nowhere, man.
It wasn't really going anywhere.
Nowhere.
Correct.
Nowhere.
But it did divide the vote on the right.
Yeah.
Which allowed some ridings to be won by Liberals because the Conservative vote was split between the Conservative and PPC. So there's actually been a few things to take notice of from these election results. One of the biggest one was the PPC. Everybody was talking about the fact that potentially we could see a purple wave. That didn't materialize. Yes, they did increase the amount of people who voted for their party, but their leader, Maxime Bernier, was not able to even win his seat in the riding of Beauce in Quebec. In fact, 0 PPC candidates were elected in their ridings. The other big headline was what happened to Annamie Paul, the leader of the Green Party. Yes, the Green Party so far has elected 2 people, 2 candidates, but she herself was not able to win her seat in Toronto Centre. That was won by Liberal candidate Marcy Ian. But the big thing was that Annamie Paul didn't even come second in her riding, not even third. She finished 4th. What about, I guess, you know, when you went to go vote, were you voting for Trudeau or were you voting against O'Toole?
It's a tough question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably it would be a combination of both, because a lot of the conservative platforms really worry me. So I think that Trudeau and Singh both have a much clearer vision of what I'm looking for.
Were you voting for Trudeau or were you voting against O'Toole?
That's a good question. I'm more against O'Toole. Trudeau is moving along. However, I think that as a working guy, I vote Liberal or NDP sometimes.
Okay.
And you can't support hatred, fear, or bigotry anymore. And you really got to start thinking, what are the new industries and what's the new future?
What is important to you? Like, what do you want to see, I guess, like Trudeau and all the politicians as they go back to audio work on? What are the things that you want to see done?
I would just say, when it comes to finances too, and the help, the support they give to the community, I really want them not just to talk about that stuff, but actually do it. You know, when it comes to even the taxes and what happened to the CERB, people having to pay all that stuff back, I want them to be more supportive, more kind, more out, you know, just give to us, man, not just take.
So if I were to say, like, are you happy, mad, you don't really care about this result?
Man, at the end of the day, you just gotta focus on you and try to make the best out of it. And listen, maybe Justin Trudeau will try to listen to some of the people for once.
So you're optimistic?
Give him a chance. Maybe we gave him a chance for the last few years. He went to do, but hey, let's hopefully he changes. We don't know. Put some pressure. That's what we need. Canadians need to put pressure. No, stop
apply the
being
pressure.
passive. Apply the pressure, and then there we go. They have no choice to listen. So once we apply pressure, that's what happens.
You know, one way to apply pressure is by voting, eh?
Yeah, we're gonna. But something else.
Promise next time you're gonna vote?
Yeah, I'll definitely vote.
I'm putting you on camera.
I got
Promise?
you. I got you, Brent.
Nice to meet you,
All
my
right,
guy.
homie. You
Take
guys
care. Be safe.
Take care, bro.
You know, if there's one thing that's been pretty clear from talking with people is that not many Canadians wanted this election, and we're actually even seeing that with the voter turnout. Right now, the numbers are estimating that just under 59% of Canadians actually voted in this election. That's one of the lowest on record. But there's also another big storyline that not a lot of other media outlets are talking about, and that's the fact that the Conservative Party has actually won the popular vote, meaning that more Canadians voted for the Conservative Party than any other party, yet they got the second most amount of seats. We'll have to look into that, and we'll continue talking about that. But I also want to hear how you guys feel about this election. Let us know in the comment section right now. And a reminder, we drop music news every Tuesday and Friday, so keep it locked on the channel, and we will have a new episode of The BG Show out on Sunday. Don't forget, subscribe to this channel, tap that notification bell, and follow us across all of our social media. We'll chat soon.